Hello and welcome. In today's video we will be doing the bullets script. As you can see, we have bullets that just keep falling down, which is not that attractive. So okay, let's go back. First of all, I went to Google and downloaded a bullet hole transparent PNG image. I'll show you in a second. This is transparent. Okay. The next thing I went ahead was I created a new material. Let's do that. Let's call it bullet hole material. Drag and drop the bullet hole image to the albedo, and now we got ourselves a material, which I'll show in a second. Let's go to your hierarchy, right click, 3D object cube. Let's go ahead and drag and drop that material onto that cube. Okay, so as you can see, it's not transparent. We need to set the material to the transparent shader. So you want to select the shader, you want to go into shaders, click this drop down menu here, go legacy shaders, transparent, bump diffuse, and will become transparent, and it will look like this. First of all, we're gonna scale it to z axis by 0.001, so we get the thin looking thing, the bullet hole, which is going to our bullet. And let's go ahead, just make it corresponding to our beam color. I'll just make it somewhat green, like this. Okay, let's call it bullet hole prefab. Drag and drop that into your project. We will create a prefab that we're going to use later. Delete and OK. So the thing we want to do is, to our bullet prefab, we want to create a new script that we're going to call bullet script. Of course, we're doing this in C#. Create an add. Wait for it to compile and open in your favorite text editing tool. Okay. Come on. Vibration definitive. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so the bullet script, let's go ahead and just delete this crap. So the first thing we want to do is, when our bullet is spawned, we want to add a force to it, which are we going to do this way. We're going to say public float bullet force equals to, I will ballpark it around 4,000. Yeah, something like that. And then void awake. We want to say game object dot get component rigid body that we applied in the previous tutorial video, dot add relative force vector 3 dot forward times bullet force. Bullet force. Close that up. So now, if we go back into Unity, wait for it to compile. Float suffix, okay. I forgot to add the F in the float. I'm gonna compile. Hopefully no errors this time. Only 2 lines of code. Okay. Okay, so if I were to hit Q, woohoo, we get ourselves a nice looking bullet that looks kinda. I'll just go ahead and quickly change the color. Was the bullet prefab and body kilometer? I will just change it to a little bit brighter, something like this, and I will set it to transparent, something like this, so it looks much cooler. Yeah, Star Wars kind of looking thing. Okay, so you can see our bullets bounce off since they're rigid bodies, no script on them, collision or something. We're gonna go ahead and make our bullets disappear when they hit something, and a bullet hole when it hits. Okay, so what we want to do is in void fix update. We're gonna call the method, let's just call it bullet life, I don't know, bullet life. Created void bullet life. Open the brackets here. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need is the public game object bullet hole prefab. The next one is gonna be public float distance from the wall. I will explain this in a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to show the raycast from our current bullet to the oncoming object, and it will create a bullet hole that we created, and this is going to be a distance from the wall that it's going to appear, because when it collides it won't be perfectly every time, so we want to lift up our created bullet hole above the surface for amount. I will actually ballpark this to 0. I don't know, 1.15, 0.15. Okay, so let's go into bullet life method. Let's go ahead and say ray equals new ray casting. We want to go from transform.position towards the transform with a little t dot forward. Close it up. We want to say raycast hit. We want to raycast hit stores the information of our array if it hits something. So we're gonna go hit, close that up. So okay, if physics dot raycast ray comma out hit comma, we're gonna use distance here, so it's going to be, let's say, 1000, just to make sure it catches everything. So if we don't want to raycast every bullet, we just want to raycast if they're close to something, so we're gonna go if hit dot distance is less than 3, excuse me here, we want to instantiate our bullet hole prefab, comma, onto the coming position, comma, quaternion dot look rotation to the look rotation. Now I forgot to add these variables. These are going to be vector 3. Okay, this is, no, actually, yeah, this is pretty much fine. Actually, let's do it up here, down here. Vector 3 is going to be position is going to be hit dot point plus hit dot normal times distance from the wall. So the hit dot point is the vector 3 in the world, and hit dot normal is going to give us the normal, which we are going to multiply by the distance, and it will give us that hovering look over the surface. And the last one is vector 3 dot look, actually look rotation equals a hit dot normal, which is going to return us the hit raycast hit which we stored into. Okay, so when our bullet hits, we want to instantiate when it's less than 3 onto that surface, and we want to destroy game object of bullet. And let's go inside it. Outside the if, we want to say destroy game object. We want to destroy this bullet after the period of time of 4 seconds, let's say, if it doesn't hit anything. So if it doesn't hit anything, it will not do anything of this, and it will get destroyed automatically. Okay, so let's go head back into Unity. Okay, so if we go into our drone red, the drone gun, if we actually know, we go to the bullet prefab, we want to assign the bullet hole prefab, that's it. And if we were to hit play, if we hit the Q, you can see we have a bullet hole prefab onto the surface, which is slightly above the surface for that distance from wall. I'll show you. Surface from wall, you can see it's right here. That's the distance from the wall, and that's it. that was it for this tutorial. In the next one we're going to cover the sounds and the muzzle flash probably. I don't know in which order, but stay tuned. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.